Everyone, welcome back to session 2 of Watchers Observers. A lot has happened outside of this campaign, and very little actually has happened inside of the campaign. So hopefully, you all still remember. Let's start with a recap. Who wants to go first?
I ate a leg in front of many people. Mhm. Yeah. So from the top, uh, all right. So Lord Watcher has appeared in front of us, gave us our task, and for my task, it was to recruit the dragon. What some call it? I don't know. I do not remember. I didn't take note. But yes, and I successfully recruited them using 10,000 platinum and got the sea creature or a sea dragon to interrupt any sea vessels near the relic. And as far as I remember, I'm back at the shop of Dominic, which is Saint. And for me, that's all. But for the others, they have their different tasks. So I don't really recall the others' tasks. So yeah, let's go with the others na lang.
Okay, Osaro.
I recruited a couple of bandits to be a lookout or uh, a toll collecting person around the northern part of the mountains.
Okay, what about Saint?
Okay. Um, the scene started with Dominic, Wallace, Khano, and Jopay all in the all in the Watchers lab, just doing their own thing, and the Watchers instructed them to do a task for him, basically, and the Watcher wanted them to be in a disguise and wear his face while doing their tasks. Um, Jopay went on ahead and recruited some bandits to guard a specific area in the northern part of the land. Kano, Kano will be gathering information and try to directly pass on whatever it is that Kano found out directly to the Watcher. And Wallace went to the base of the Dragon Slayers to hire them and do something about this task. And Dominic set up a shop. No, Dominic um, Dominic was instructed to stop the supply on his current shop location and decided to um move to a different place wherein he can act as a hold on wherein he can act as like a meeting place or like a rendezvous for all of the watchers observers wherein they can meet and talk about their plans and all. Yeah, that's it. Oh, and also before the session cuts, Dominic welcomed some new visitors, some new customers to his shop. Yeah.
Okay. About small. What do you remember about the last session?
Jopay was instructed to hire thugs to prevent anyone from to come to the north side to obtain the key. Wallace successfully acquired a Death Dweller for 10k platinum in the Dragon Slayer group. Dominic and Khano is at the shop, greeted by a group of new adventurers. That was very interesting, uh, especially the fairy, because of her connections with the Mono Slayer and the the Forsaken. And now, uh, Kano is currently with Wallace in the tavern with the previous group.
The thing is, there hasn't been any at all a lot that has happened in this exact campaign session. Because your only session so far has been session one. The only thing that has happened in session one was you being given your instruction. You doing your way of doing said instructions. And some of you, part of your instruction needed to be interacting with other players in their own camp. And that's why Small's recap included the other campaigns ongoing. Yes, this is correct that Jopay, the spy, has been disguised as Lord Watcher and has assigned bandits, thugs, and thieves to guard a certain perimeter that is assumed to be where the landing site of uh, godly descended device or ornamental ancient type of key of sorts, so that no other people can enter around it or be near it. That area is in northward. Northward, the region, not just a random area in the north, the northward region. Additional to that, uh, Wallace has been sent to the Dragon Slayers and has been instructed to guard and take down any oncoming ships that may board from Richton to northward to prevent more people from trying to venture to northward regardless. And speaking of Richton, the small shop that Dominic has that is helping a certain place called the City of Damavent, an actual city, has been cut off from the supplies of magic and other magical tools and devices and the means to recharge them or regain their power. All of these are vague instructions that was up to you how you would enact, uh, moving around as pawns and pieces to the grand scheme of your leader. Khano being the eyes and ears and kind of the one taking in all the information as a central hub from whatever you have done on your side. So Khano is basically free to roam wherever. Additional to this, there are other members who did not appear, that being the politician and the hunter. The politician is still going around and campaigning, and the hunter has just now arrived. Arriving to the scene is, if I got this character's name correctly, that's Fenren, right?
Right.
Yeah, Fenren Sullivan. Fenren, you arrive late once again to the meeting, as everyone has fled up until this point. They have been dismissed and they have been teleported somewhere by Lord Watcher, as you can still feel the emanating arcanum in the air. He is still hard at work on whatever this monstrous incarnate is working on that second one, different from the one that has went up the ceiling with a random piece of leg. Kinda looks like Wallace, to be honest, the second one. With just a few missing parts. And that is where you come in. Because the bounty that you have gotten, dead animals, are fresh parts to force into creation another anthropomorphic being. Similar to many of those horror movies, the walrus, whatever other horror movies that force the anatomy of a human being to become more animalistic. I will not name human centipede examples. Anyhow, you hand him one of the many creatures you have hunted down, and it is a stag, a male deer. You watch him cut off the head of the male deer cleanly, place the antlers forcefully, and mend it into the temple of this corpse, and then mend the upper half of the torso of the corpse onto where that small cut-off stump of the cut-off deer head or stag head was, creating a forced minotaur, even though it's not entirely a horse-like entity. Not even close to a satyr, not even anything at all similar to creatures of the Fae or any other monstrosity, just an original creation of his own. Again, just like how Wallace was made.
Did he need the skin?
Yes, he needs the skin. Every part of what you give him, he will use. That being said, after he is done, he obviously brings it to life, and it fails, just like a newborn, to move. It screams in pain, but it has no mouth. It cries, but only blood reeks out of its ducts. And as it cries and struggles in the background, crashing against everything, the Watcher turns his attention to you. Have you found the artifact that has fallen from the heavens?
I haven't. I need more time.
I understand. Have you seen any people nearby, or anyone at all venturing close to where it was last seen?
I think it was dropped. Is it on a tower?
Been through the tower. That old tower of mine, it's just full of junk. I put it in Katsura. Displaced the entire building, and is affected currently by Locumancy. It will ruin whoever enters it. It is out of place right now.
I need someone. I would like to request an exploration. I need something or someone that could strong enough, because I know myself that I can't.
Anyhow, the shambling mound that I created with a skeletal guard on top of it, that I have stationed in the portal nearby, so it it encountered a few people. Specifically, I remember encountering a bard and seeing that there are some few feathers here and there of a giant owl and some tabaxi fur. At least from the carcass of the shambling mound that when I found it, the decay that it was spreading.
Where are they?
There are at least 3 people that have got near before. Asked our spy to station thugs nearby. Have you encountered those?
Yes.
Ah, I see.
I'll go for it.
No,
Hmm?
I'm going to leave them in the capable hands of Wallace. Wallace would enjoy fighting them head on. And then, if ever Jopay comes back and tells me that whatever the bandits have done down the drain probably sent him and Dominic to deal with whatever search part the city of Damavin might come up with to try and find me or Dominic's wares. You, I need to send. Because I have gotten intel that a certain hag just appeared in our territory. And I will not let that slide.
You need it alive.
I've already seen reports of this. What was it? The Forsaken One it claims itself to be. Even though there are many that consider themselves Forsaken, this one claims the title as well. And aside from being stuck in someone's shadow, it has claimed an entire village and its souls out of spite for music. An entire population of bards. And I quite like that place. So I will have you face off with that. At least when the time comes. Before that, I need you to wrangle me a boulette. Are you
Bullet?
familiar? Are you familiar
Yes.
with this?
A Gulay. The bullet.
Kakaratingin kita. Ano?
Are you
Bullet.
familiar? Are you familiar with a boulette?
Bullet?
Out of character, so Bullet is a giant monster that burrows under the ground and does physical damage.
Hmm.
A boulette is monstrosity born from a combination of what could possibly assume to be a shark and a random tunneling creature. Could be a mole, could be an armadillo. But that monstrosity in particular is what I need. Just in case the Depth Dweller set to take down a ship fails and dies, I want you to set that on the shore of Northwood. Set it free there.
Okay.
And oh, and here. He tosses you a metal box. Inside there is a message. I've recently acquired a few dwarves from here and there myself due to much needed resources with the help of the local shadows. And I think I missed one of their kin. But I don't remember the backseat being a dwarven kin. But just in case they come looking, come knocking, snooping around and trying to find where their family came from.
Should I go?
Feed this to the bullet so that if ever they encounter that bullet, they will realize. Find out.
Is that all?
That'll be all.
Thank you. I would like to leave the room with Flair.
So, as you take the instructions of Lord Watcher, where do you head first, Fenren?
Is there a map?
So, the area for the bullet assignment is in northward, and that is mostly where your assignment has been set. Honestly, the bullet, the thing to feed the bullet.
I know.
What else has he
remember
told you
it.
that you remember?
I need to set it in the shore. We need to
Uh-huh.
set it free.
Uh,
Also have received a metal box.
the witch, just in case.
Yeah, that too.
All of those are to happen in northward. The thing that you need to have though is to find a bullet. To find a bullet, the closest place you can find a bullet is in the Badlands, because bullets are land sharks, literal land sharks. They swim in the dirt, they swim in the mud, they swim in the sand, much faster in the sand and much harder to spot in the mud. So you either find a place, a swamp, or find a desert, which a desert is more abundant. You're gonna have to go to Badlands. And your portal to the Badlands will have to start first at the basement of Dominic's shop. That will basically be your main hub.
Oh wait.
So he's gonna wave you off, and as you are teleported teleported into the basement of Dominic's shop, or at least the basement of Dominic's new shop, you see both Khano and Wallace arriving just as they descend into the basement through the trapdoor, or in the perspective of other people, through the floorboards. Dominic is here, currently rummaging through new supplies as Dominic has sold off some of the items that he loves to sell to newcomers who don't know any better. As you look around, besides crates and the usual tools and the other stuff that would help make up the items to be sold in a small shop, there are also passageways around this basement. Some of them covert, some of them not so much. There is a passageway that leads south towards Badlands. You could also ask a few questions to Khano, Dominic, and or Wallace on here for additional info if you want. Likewise, you three could join Fenren on this endeavor if you want.
Okay, so the premise is Fenren has just arrived, right?
Yeah, Fen. Okay. I think you guys. I think I'm too quiet. Or I think you guys didn't hear me. Fen has just arrived and I saw Khano and Wallace entering the basement.
Okay.
There are many. There are many passageways, which mean Fenren could just immediately go to Badlands, or Fenren could also ask who is already there, Dominic, Kano, and Wallace, for other info. Or the three of you, Dominic, Kano, and Wallace, could also just join Fenren on uh, their uh, current objective.
Okay. I think
I have a huge question.
Yes.
Uh, are we, the Lord Watchers associates, are able to teleport to the previous locations that they have been?
You have passageways and portals leading to places you need to. As per, uh, if I got this correctly, as for places specifically leading back to Lord Watcher's place, no, there isn't. But to places outside of that you've already been to, near them, yes.
All right, I'll join. I'll join Fern. Fenren. Sorry,
So, I'm Fenren. What are you?
I'm a rabbit. I am nice right now, but
Okay.
maybe later
Also,
on I'll become crazy.
actually, I almost forgot. Dad, can you reintroduce yourself and your character?
Okay, right.
I almost forgot.
I'm dead, but I play as Fenren. If there are need of introduction, I'm a wizard, and that's all you need to know. And if I must, I am often an elf. My path is shaped by knowledge. Seems like you guys need it.
I think in this premise I would assume we can all just assume that Dominic knows all of the Watchers observers. Because I mean he's supposed to
Yes,
know yeah, he's supposed to
you
know
guys
people.
all already know each other.
Yeah. So as Fenren arrives, Dominic just turns around, looks at Fenrin, and greeted them like, "Oh, the dark elf is here. Hello. You're late, as usual, I think. How are you, Fenrin?"
Uh, Here, more stuff to do and more adventure to conquer.
Mm, do you want anything from my shop, or you're just going on your way now?
I mean, if you're offering it for free,
I can offer things for free to you, Fenrin. and
I
then
see.
and then Dominic just sorry, and then Dominic just gives out his evil laugh.
Fenrir just raises his eyebrows and turn to look at Kano. Kano, do you want to join?
Why should I?
I mean, we could kill things.
You just good to kill? Why would I why would I why am I needed?
Don't you want to see the suffering of others? I need more power.
How are you saying? How about the
I
I
bunny?
see.
think I'll
No,
pass. Your reason is too boring.
I see.
The bunny has a lot of things to offer.
You can talk. You can also take the bunny. I don't need it.
Why? Let me kill them.
I lean toward them and whisper,
I go to your ear. Let me kill them.
Khano will just glare at the bunny again.
I'll just leave.
As Fenren leaves, Dominic just gives out a very friendly goodbye. And Dominic says, "Bye, Fenren. See you soon."
Oh, by the way, so as Fenren leaves, the bunny also told Fenren about the other guy, Jopay. He's outside, out and about.
I look at Dominic and reply, "We'll see." And I look at Bunny strangely, but accepting the heads up. And I leave.
Goodbye.
Come back alive.
Did Fenren left?
So the hunter has fled to continue their hunt. And speaking of Jopay, Jopay is currently northward, which we will get to uh, as Fenren leaves. Fenren, you take a passage. That is a trapdoor, so you're gonna take a passage here. There's a small turn that continues down south. As Fenren leaves, we go back to the forest plain. Jopay finished bribing the thieves and the bandits and the thugs. Jopay, you have set foot and wandered about, at least outside of the border of the area where you sent the bandits. You are currently somewhat just searching the perimeter yourself, just in case there are others that appear. And as such does happen, you encounter a fight going on. Fight between a group of people, including a dragonborn, that seems to be a Kalashtar, two undead creatures, and surprisingly a human with dragonborn traits. I wonder if you guys are understanding my references. Are you guys understanding my references?
Is it from a different campaign?
Old characters.
Yeah, which
No.
campaign?
No one with like
Which campaign?
I will.
Ah.
I will. Just guess.
Reckless
Reckless and
and
righteous.
Yes, Reckless and Righteous. Next time I'm gonna give you guys extra points if you can answer them fast.
Oh my god, pop quiz.
And the next question could be the same campaign too.
I'll get
So-
negative points. Yeah.
Yopa, you see this valley and the surrounding forest around it goes in somewhat walls off, at least from the sides, this very clear path where you see a small carriage right here under attack and under siege by a shambling mound with a skeleton on top. It seems that the Lord Watcher has resummoned, or at least recreated, or maybe even revived this abomination of a monstrosity of both plant and undead. And it is currently facing off. By the way, I don't have a night time of this map, so just assume it's night right now. And the Shambling Mount is facing off with said group. And while the fight continued on, it seemed that there is something off with at least two, if not all of them. Because with the amount of surge in power they just got to overcome the situation, even though they weren't directly the ones fighting the enemy, given that the dwarf with them has been dishing out and dealing most of the damage towards the enemy. Some of them kind of gained uh, a better understanding or got it stronger fast for no reason, or at least through mysterious means. And then you notice that the shadow under the foot of the Kalashtar, which seems to be a bard, darkens and forms an entity. The entity of which is a man in pure white, with glistening crooked teeth, white milky eyes, and a silver monocle. But their entire body and their flesh, their supposed flesh and skin, is either made out of smoke or has been charred to a blackened crisp. You notice that for a slight moment, and all of a sudden the Kalashtar gains power, at least darker powers. So besides what intel you have been receiving from Khano's findings in Dominic's shop, and the other additional stuff, and confirmation from the conversation of Fenren and Lord Watcher, there are other people here, bestowed and probably blessed, or maybe cursed with unearthly and otherworldly power. That, well, not really otherworldly, more of a higher power that your group and the Lord Watcher need to be wary of. Because all of you are not of this world. And the higher power of this world are aware that you are not. The only reason that you're, once again, the only reason that you are able to move about and do certain things in this place is because Lord Watcher has a deal with those higher power. They finish the fight and they move on fast. And they head further into the forest. Further in and somewhat much closer into the perimeter of that area. But seeing as the dwarf that is driving their carriage is the one that dealt the most damage to the shambling mound and skeleton, they don't seem to be the problem. Or at least, not much of a problem yet. From here on out, where do you want to go next?
Can I follow their carriage?
Roll me survival and stealth.
Thank you. Wait, low.
Okay, so I'll take your 18 in stealth and your 10 in survival. So you are successful in hiding yourself in the darkness, but as you try to follow them, the carriage picks up the pace, and you lost track of the carriage lights. So you are slowed down quite a bit, but there is still the carriage tracks. So you follow the carriage tracks, and you arrive in front of a peculiar rift in space. This is one of the many side effects of your existence, along with the Lord Watcher's meddling, that occasionally portals will appear. They will either spew out or puke out individuals or things, or eat up and swallow and displace certain persons and things. Surprisingly, this one doesn't seem to be of his doing, or at least of cause from your existence or Lord Watcher's doings. There is a rot, unholy, not really unholy, in terms of evil aligned magic, you could say, somewhat in terms of a black pantheon, a bunch of evil gods. So something along those lines have created this portal. And on the other side, you immediately hear the sound of a tabaxi and another person. They seem to be arguing on the other side. And then you hear someone on the run just behind you as the sun starts to come up and rise. You look back to see an elf. I'm not sure. Okay, let me do out of character real quick. If I got this correctly, I remember Saban being an elf with white hair.
Yes.
Okay, so I have not gotten dementia yet. Yeah, you see an elf with long white hair, somewhat in a hurry because let's just put it out there that you can also kind of hear music emanating further up ahead. So this person is probably in a hurry to get to that place, or is running from something. So before they notice you, given that your stealth is still somewhat active, you're able to hide yourself amongst the trees, and you find this peculiar elf throw a piece of stone into the portal. And the portal responds with a shout of an angered tabaxi, a stone back. And you see this entire scuffle of bunch of idiots just smacking each other, and then the elf running ahead, and the tabaxi and this disfigured looking, disgusting looking thing, wrapped in cloth and blood, follow. Do you follow them?
Yes, of course. I am smitten by the elf.
I am smitten by the elf.
Oh my god.
Self says, this is your character.
This disgusting looking thing.
You really said love yourself.
Anyway,
Wait.
yeah, sure. You give
Oh.
chase. You follow these two. These three, they're not hard to miss given the fact that one of them is limping, covered in blood and dirty cloth, like a toilet.
Stop it. Stop degrading me.
It's not you.
That was my previous character. No. I love it. You call it disgusting.
He is. Inidoris was disfigured.
Go
Anyways,
on.
continuing, you follow, and by sunrise, you arrive at this sort of circus like festival called the Emerald Fiesta. Just at the entrance, you notice three strangers come up with their own direwolves as pets. And at the same time, the the three strangers you followed do run up with them, and they ended up kind of having sort of a scuffle first, especially with the guard, but then they figure it out, and they were all let in. Do you follow them in?
Yes, I will follow them in, but I will
Okay,
remove my disguise.
good. You remember it. Do you put on a new disguise?
Of course, I would look like a regular villager for now.
Okay. You have a disguise kit, right?
Let me check. Inventory.
Wait, we
Yes, I
have
have a
those?
disguise kit.
We do have that. We have those.
Yes, I
The
have a disguise kit.
roll me a d100. You rolled a 62. Okay. You are let in as you show your true form. You're not as Lord Watcher, you are yourself a man in somewhat of a. Actually, I don't know how would you describe your appearance, because you're white and you're all white along with your clothes. What is Jopay wearing right now, actually?
Jopay is inspired by Mr. KFC.
So you're wearing a white suit.
Not a white suit, more like a white vest with a bow tie.
So you don't have an undershirt.
Yes, just a vest and
Okay.
pants, shoes.
Okay. So stripper style. Okay.
Oh,
You introduce yourself, but potentially, obviously, with a fake name and all that. Uh, this territory, because that map no longer exists, is going to be theater of the mind for us. You are let in. Your name to that guard is immediately dismissed and let in because you're just another stranger seeing the Emerald Fiesta. Who cares? But as soon as you enter with a roll of 62, you disguise yourself as one of the many identities you've cooked up so far in a long time. Leviathan.
Out of
A
character.
Yuan-Ti.
Oh my god. Anyway,
A Yuan a Yuan-Ti pure blood that is of more of on the brute side. Brute strength side. Barbarian and fighter combined. So you will be using most of your checks for that, sadly, because that's what you rolled for. And you find yourself and positioned yourself in the arm wrestling match. And as you take down people, because you're a spy, of course you know where the weak points of certain muscleheads would be. You see one of the people that were riding on these direwolves. And as you take them up as an opponent, I want you to roll me a charisma saving throw immediately as they start talking to you. 23. This this is where yeah, no, this is where this comes in. Okay. With your roll of what is this? Wait, Saint,
yeah.
did you target him multiple times by the same effect?
I did not target him. I just accidentally targeted him after the arm wrestling game because I kind of like said nice game and then I accidentally charmed
Oh yeah,
Leviathan. So no targeting, only accidents.
the accident. Okay, so you succeed, and the fight continues. At first, you were somewhat winning, as obviously It's a yuan-ti. You know how snake anatomy works. You literally disguised this one. You've studied them for this purpose of disguising yourself. But as you were about to win, you feel a small tinge on the back of your mind. Roll me another charisma saving throw. That's a 13. That is a fail. And you're immediately smitten with this person. And you ask their name. After obviously introducing yourself to be Leviathan. Saint, would you please introduce this individual?
Oh my god. So Leviathan sees this very charming, slender, bright, and really cute Yuanti wearing a yellow tunic and an orange see-through jacket scarf, sort of. He has long curly green hair and has a very bright smile, and whenever he smiles, his fangs just go through his mouth. You can just see his fangs whenever he smiles. And he has a very, I would say, venomous personality. So, yeah.
For the first time, the spy. Not really for the first time. How do you put this? You are currently under the effects of a spell that you would normally use against your own targets. Although it isn't a spell that you could initially detect, that is because you are faced, or have faced, and realized that you have faced a glamour bard. It shows in the way they dress, it shows in the way they move, and it showed in the way that in the show, it showed in a way on how they captivated you. Their personality, their smile, the twinkle in their eyes, the sharpness of their tooth, their fang, everything about them. You are a spy, you are able to see every detail about them because you are trained to seek any possible detail important. And right now, your mind is considering everything about this individual as important. Not as important as Lord Watcher, but definitely important nonetheless. So you spend the entire time with this individual until your emblem ring, where in which the Lord Watcher speaks to you. Jopay, where are you? Why are you not at your post?
Um, uh, Sorry, sir. I was tracking down a few possible bandits or other lackeys to be used. But suddenly I feel something different. Hmm. Ah, well, do you need me for anything?
I need to specify different how. Good, bad, what did you find? What do you feel?
Weird, tingly, like something, something I should be doing to unto others. I'm not supposed to feel like this, Master. What is this?
You feel your mind being immediately just opened somewhat, and rummaged into, as if somehow you're a computer and your files are being messed and accessed. You know how debugging works? Your entire system is being checked at the moment. Your entire being is being assessed. You're charmed.
No, that can't be. I do the charming. That's my job.
Well, whoever has charmed you, definitely better or just as good. Maybe you didn't expect another charmer to be facing off against you at that moment. Maybe they didn't mean to. That being said, I cannot send you any help for that matter. You know yourself how to remove the charm, so you can figure it out on your own. In the meantime, take this as your vacation. I'll send someone else to do the dirty work that you're supposed to do. But don't expect this to come without consequences.
I'll be back. After I figure out what this group is really capable of.
Do as you wish. It shows on the map that you're in the Emerald Fiesta. Enjoy your time as well. That thing only rarely happens. And the device turns off. You are free to do as you wish, but we will continue that. Maybe, possibly, next time as we move on to a different location. The sad part about this is you guys are moving so fast, holy shit. I cannot keep up. Most of them is because of the choices you make, some of them is because you're still in a place that will do a lot of things. Kato chose to go to the Badlands without anyone, so I'm immediately gonna have to load up a random Badlands to the map for the time being. Well, not really random. Something I plan to put the other team through soon enough. As you take a turn and continue heading south, you encounter a portal that leads you to an underground tunnel. And as you walk up, you find yourselves exiting under the gallows, or the hanging site of the Hotlands turf. A turf is one of the many places where a congregation out of anarchy is formed, and they make their own place. This is Hotland, a turf of many businesses, one of the many neutral ones where they decide to keep the peace. And if you break the peace, you're either taken out or banned. So make sure that you can keep the peace, at least in this place, because this seems to be where your portal leads. And this will be your only place back as well. That being said, a lot of people are going on and about, and you do notice a specific group of people coming in. They seem to be looking for jobs. Outlaws. They're not here on this turf. They are not of this turf. Many outlaws roam this place, as it seems, since people part of turfs will have symbols of the turfs that they belong to, and there are a lot of people that don't have said symbols. One that stand out with you are the ones that are seemingly held together. They seem to be part of this one group, but they're all around, somewhat looking for work to do. And this might be a perfect time to set up and assign your work for someone else. Unless you don't want to. What's your choice, Fenren?
Can I assign?
You wanna assign? Okay.
Yes, I
Well,
don't want to die.
I don't wanna die. Okay. Well, to assign your work, you're gonna have to give it to the people in charge of the place. That will mostly be here in the tavern, right here. So,
There. Here. Right.
you enter the place and immediately everyone eyes you down. Because, let let me be reminded again, what is your race?
Elf.
What type of elf?
Pallid elf.
A pallid elf. Your kind is very rare. An elf itself is very rare here. Even less so a different variation of it. Hence the people look at you as if you are fresh meat and or someone that they can easily swindle for bigger bucks. That being said, the noise, or at least the coming from the countertops, that is of the tavern keep just ahead, keeps them all at bay as they turn their heads back to their plates and to those they are speaking to before you entered. Tavern keep urges you over, and as you take your seat by the counter, the tavern keep asks you. Just place the tavern keep's picture.
No.
I want to ask, just to clarify, is Fenren a male or a female?
Male.
Male. As you take your seat, the huge, gentle giant of a skeleton man asks, "What's a little lad like you doing here, my turf?"
I would like to hire someone, and I'm gonna pay handsomely.
Curious. Your little old self came all the way here just to set up a bounty. Is that right?
You could say that. Would there be a problem?
Some mighty balls walking up all the way to Badlands thinking you won't be eating up bit of bootlet stampede, or maybe other demons roaming around in the sands of the devil. I commend you. After all, I don't even have the guts to get out of my own turf. If you get what I mean. Bounty, eh? Let's see. Hit for someone looking for long-lost treasure in the sands. Looking for a specific face. What is it about? What are you looking for exactly?
I need someone to carry this metal box and how should I say this? Feed, I guess. Feed it to a bird.
Let's just assume that you already instructed that you need someone to hunt you a live bullet. How about that?
Sure.
Bullet hunting, huh? Interesting. I'm not one to ask for why, but sometimes when people look for bullet hunters, they tend to hunt for food, maybe material for armor. But you don't look like the type. But I won't ask, don't worry. That being said, you have a bounty up. What's the reward?
13 gold. If you want to me to up it up, I could give you some.
How much? Beat that. Hold on, out of character. How much gold?
Let's go with 10,000 platinum.
Shut up. How much gold? Did you?
Hello?
How much gold are you giving for reward?
It's a scam, don't worry.
So 13, is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah,
One
yeah,
three.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
13.
scam, don't worry.
Okay, the skeleton will sigh.
Yeah.
I'm not the one here to take the job. I'm gonna post your bounty on my board. No one's gonna take your bounty if it says 13 gold for a boulette. Because a boulette, even though if it comes frequently, and there's many of them here, is hard to catch. I don't know where you came from, or how frequent a creature or a monstrosity like that is in your place. But a boulette tends to kill off a party of level 4 adventurers on a copper rank.
And I could change it to 10 gold.
But
If you're here
boom,
to waste my time, you can leave. The next turf is 3 days of traveling. So you can either start walking or start
10,000
upping your price. There we go. 1,000 what?
gold.
I don't know if you're trying to mess with me or what. Earlier you're giving me what? The local turf's payment to the church? And now you're telling me you can feed the entire turf with what you're carrying? Sure, whatever. 1,000 gold for a bullet. And he writes the entire bounty, stamps on 1,000 onto the paper, and with mage hand pastes the paper onto the bounty wall, which is mostly empty. Because there's not a lot of good bounties or good paying bounties or worth bounties in there. Or the ones that are at least worth something is already taken. So the bullet one is definitely going to be an eye catcher. Anything else? Because it's gonna take a while before you find yourselves people willing to take your bounty seriously.
Uh.
You might want to stay here to wait for whoever's gonna pick it up if you want to talk with them.
Is there an inn? Is there an inn nearby?
The skeleton does not have any facial features whatsoever besides its skull. But even though it lacks the way or means to express its disappointment, you feel a chill crawl down your spine as it looks at you in silence. Going to assume you did not read my establishment's name.
No, I do not.
It is literally called Terry's Tavern and Inn. How are you going to book a room?
Is there any free?
Nothing's free here.
I'm in space.
Nothing's free here still. There's no such thing as free space in Badlands. You fight for cheap. You're in a turf so you can pay for it.
Oh my god. What's wrong with me?
When you ask for room, is there any available room? Not free.
I'm on out of
Because when you
character.
say
I
free in
see.
a shop, that means price.
Out of character. This person should have brought in Khano.
Right, for reals. Is your
For
bedroom free, my guy?
dear
You know,
Lord.
actually, no, it's fine. Let's save small. Let's save small the headache. Small has
No.
had enough of a headache from the other campaign already.
Especially from me. Okay.
Yeah, especially from you.
I see, no free space. Can I have your room? I can jump you.
Utak mo, free space. Anyway,
Love you.
so you asked if there's any available rooms, and the skeleton just begrudgingly hands you a skeletal key. It's a copper for a day. That doesn't include that doesn't include any free meals. So you're
I
gonna
can
have to
help
pay
you.
for your own food.
I see.
So you're gonna stay here for a while until someone picks up your bounty.
Man, okay ka pa?
And your reputation is already tainted in the turf.
Hey, negative rep.
Yay. Low honor.
Because I already mentioned earlier, the person running the whole turf is the skeleton.
He hates
So
you
you,
now.
so you made a terrible impression, and yeah, he does not appreciate you. We are
I
gonna cut
appreciate
off
you.
from that, and then we are going to move back to the basement, and we're going to shed light on these three. As the people have left your shop, Dominic, and Khano and Wallace in bunny form has returned from wherever they followed the people that have left. What are you guys up to right now?
Dominic will just ask Khano and Wallace and be like, oh no, okay. Dominic will ask Wallace. We'll talk to Wallace and be like, you know what, Wallace? I like it better when you look like that.
I thank you so much. Have a nice day.
Yeah. You look cuter that way. And then I go back to Khano and then ask Khano and be like, so, did you guys get anything from that chaotic crew?
Yes. They're stupid. They're stupid and broke.
Dominic just coughs. Just coughs. Sort of like laughs. They do look like it, yeah. But did they say anything about the items that we were supposed to guard? Did they know anything about it? Did they say anything about their goals?
So far, nothing.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I guess we'll just wait for more adventurers to come by my shop. However, you guys, you are free to leave whenever you want. I'll just stay here and welcome anyone who goes in. And then I kind of like, I get like, I took a, how do you call it? Um, do you know those metal rods that you use to like
Metal
arrange
rod.
the firewood in the fireplace?
Uh,
Yeah, you know those?
hot rod.
Yeah, it's a hot rod. So I took a hot rod. It's not hot, by the way. It's just a rod this time. It's not flaming hot or anything. It's just a rod, and I used that to sort of like pet Wallace because I don't want to touch him, but I think it's cute. So yeah,
Pet you pet Wallace with the with the rod that you use to like push in more fire into the into the
correct,
furnace.
correct. Because
And you
I saw the other people petting Wallace, and that's gross. Wallace put out like a bloody mess, so I won't do that.
the thing is
I'm
Wallace's
sorry.
the thing is Wallace's entire body is fine because it was mostly like humanoid. But the fact that Wallace's body is disfigured in certain places by animal traits is the reason why petting him would cause him to bleed. And if you touch him by his hind legs, his uh,
My leg would come off.
no, it's more of a your hind legs are squishier than expected,
Okay.
even though they're your strongest asset of your body. Like it's rotten or something, but you can still move it
Oh.
pretty usefully. On the other side, your head, you have rabbit ears on there attached. That's why when people pet it, occasionally it will squelch
Oh
blood
Oh
no,
my
in the
god.
seams.
no.
So I'll just pet him carefully with the rod.
I
So
just hear squelching noises,
yeah.
blood dripping out of the
So he
ears.
won't. So he won't get disfigured more. We're like,
I didn't know I was made this so sensitive.
you're a very sensitive creature, Wallace.
You don't. The thing is, you don't have nerves. So you don't feel it being painful, but your body is both strong but not durable.
Okay.
Again, I don't have nerves, so how would I taste shit?
How would you what?
How would I taste items that like the legs that I'm eating?
It's not.
Legs.
Do I
Here's the
have
thing.
buds?
I think you still
Sanda,
have taste
here's the thing.
buds.
No, here's the thing. It's nature.
Yeah,
You're
it's
constantly
innate.
just hungry.
Oh yeah.
You don't eat because you find it tasty. You could imagine it being tasty, but you're just constantly hungry. You need upkeep for a body like what you have.
Damn. All
Oh,
right.
also, as I took the rod, I remember the blood, the blood soaked page from eye cancer's notebook. It's still in me, so I wanted to try and dispose it, and like, I don't know, discard of it.
You're gonna have to throw it into the fire.
Okay, I'll throw it into the fire.
Okay.
And then,
You
sige, go ahead.
throw it into the fire, and immediately it makes the fire worse. As you throw the small piece of paper into the flames just burst brighter.
Mm. I saw the flames and be like, amazing. And then, hold on. And then I went back fuck, hold on, you guys, sorry, throat thing. So I went back to Khano and Wallace and told them about the page. And then I'll be like, have you seen the page that the fairy was giving us earlier with blood magic? Have you seen what's written in there? I'm asking Kano and um Wallace.
Read it.
Oh, that's odd. That's odd.
What? Ano sabi mo?
Yeah, that's odd. That's odd.
No, no, that's not hot. Well, you see, um, one, I would assume that they weren't able to read it because they don't understand Sylvan, right?
Yeah.
Even Kano.
Nope. Yeah. No.
Okay, so I will tell them that apparently that page with your blood, Wallace, mixed in with that fairy's notebook or diary, it ended up to being blood magic. And in that blood magic included a spell on how to recreate us.
Damn. All right. So
Like,
give me a paper. I'll
No,
put more.
no, we won't do that. That's too much. Okay, just let the let the watcher do another you. There's more of you in the lab now. If
I
hmm,
I want to have a shadow clone or a clone.
just get another one.
do you want to go through the floorboards again?
Okay, I stay silent. Okay.
So I would advise for you guys, especially you, Wallace. Be careful around that girl with the notebook, okay? And if you get the chance, destroy her notebook.
Take her leg.
As long as you destroy her notebook, you can do whatever. She's really small though. I don't think you will enjoy her leg.
Yeah, not that much calories. Yeah.
Yeah, just get her notebook and destroy it. Do not do not shoot it with a gun. Destroy it completely. Okay.
Sure. Why not?
Same for you, Kano, if ever you encounter her again, okay?
Sure.
Out of character. Yeah, I'm following them. So do I really do it
I mean, if
while I'm following them?
out of character, if babalik ka dun, I mean, you don't have to deliberately kunin. Parang kapag may chance ka lang.
Yeah. Great. Going back. Going back.
So yeah, that's what I said to Kano and Wallace.
Okay. Given that a lot has happened immediately right out of the bat, I'd say this would be a perfect time for you all to have our session end.